Know what's interesting? A lot of people think they can't start YouTube because they are busy. Students say I have school, and 9 to 5ers say I'm busy. And honestly, I used to think that too. I used to think people who were winning on YouTube were people who had so much free time on their hands and basically the best filmmakers. But the more I started paying attention, the more I realized something. Some of the best creators are people who built their channels in the middle of chaos. And take these guys for example.
Hello, my name is Ali. I'm a doctor turned entrepreneur and author, and I've been making YouTube videos on this channel since 2017.
I built this YouTube channel to over 200,000 subscribers while still working full-time in a hospital during the pandemic.
These creators build their channels in the middle of the chaos, not after life got easier. And I think that's very important because a lot of people are waiting for a version of themselves that may never come. They're waiting for more time, more confidence, more money, and more gears. And honestly, sometimes the things you think are holding you back are some of the things that might actually make your content even better. And I know that sounds weird, but hear me out. Because if you're a student or you work a 9 to 5, you actually have advantages that nobody talks much about. But the problem now is you've been trained to see your situation as a disadvantage. And I think that's the mindset that stops a lot of people from actually creating. Because students will look at their life and think, oh, my life is boring. Meanwhile, their lives are full of relatable struggles, routines, growth, goals, small wins, and even failure. And let me tell you something, that's your edge. That's content. And the funny thing here is, a lot of people with so-called perfect lives struggle to feel relatable because everything feels too polished, everything feels too shiny. But you, on the other hand, because of the struggles of your situation, people connect with you because your audience probably is in a similar situation as you, in a tiny room trying to create videos at night while everybody else is probably sleeping, and editing videos during the little free hours that you get after school or work. Honestly, the internet is slowly moving away from perfect creators. People just want to see creators who feel genuine now, people they can actually relate to. A lot of people with jobs think I'm too busy to do YouTube. But the thing is, the best YouTubers are actually busy people. Sometimes busy people become the better creators because when you have limited time, you stop wasting it, and that changes everything. Now, instead of creating randomly, you start creating with purpose. You stop overcomplicating things and you stop chasing perfection. You start asking, how do I make this work with the little time that I have? And weirdly enough, that's the mindset that can actually make you better than a lot of people who are doing YouTube full time right now. Because now you think faster, focus on what matters, and you build systems. And YouTube rewards that. What you don't realize is your current life already gives you stories. And that is important. Because a lot of people think they need interesting lives before they can become creators. But some of the most important creators are literally just documenting their everyday life. And that's why these creators can actually grow because the viewer feels more connected to this journey. Honestly, a student trying to build something from a tiny room is way more inspiring than someone who already has it all. So no, I don't think you should wait before starting YouTube. I actually think your current position is the best place to start right now. So if you've been waiting for your life to become perfect before you start creating, this is probably your sign to start creating now. Start with your phone, your tiny room, your current schedule, and your current life. Because one day you'll either be glad that you started early or you'll be wishing you did.